At the end of episode 10, Baekho trailed after Mi-kyung, his voice desperate as he pleaded, "Just swear at me, hit me, yell at me, anything. Let it out." Mi-kyung stopped and turned to him, her face etched with anguish. She recounted the misery and heartbreak she had endured 6 years earlier, every word heavy with the weight of those memories. Her voice trembled as she demanded, "Is it true? Was everything that happened to me 6 years ago part of your plan? Answer me honestly, did you do this to me?" Baekho's eyes reddened as he fought back tears. He took a shaky breath, then whispered, "Yes." A single tear rolled down his cheek. In episode 11, Mi-kyung returned home and, in a fit of emotion, hurled a photo of her and Baekho into the trash. She grabbed the oversized teddy bear he'd given her, intent on throwing it out too, but collapsed to the floor instead, sobbing uncontrollably. The next day at the office, she pointedly ignored Baekho. He called her into his office, but she snapped, "You're like a natural disaster to me. Everywhere I go, you follow, tearing down everything I built, everything I've dreamed of." As she stormed out, Baekho instinctively grabbed her hand but quickly released it when she froze. His voice cracked as he asked, "If I hold you, will you stay?" That night, Mi-kyung sat on the edge of her bed, staring out her window toward Baekho's house. "He's a jerk," she murmured to herself, her voice laced with bitterness. Meanwhile, Baekho met with Hee-jin and asked, "Did you already know, even though it would hurt someone?" He seemed to be probing whether Hee-jin had been aware of Mi-kyung's suffering 6 years ago. On her way home in a taxi, Hee-jin gazed at her wedding ring, lost in deep, troubled thought. Back at Mi-kyung's house another night, Ong-ju looked at her with teary eyes and asked, "If I disappoint you, will you abandon me too?" Mi-kyung didn't answer, silently holding back her own tears. The following day at the office, Mi-kyung was organizing stacks of potatoes on a shelf when the ladder she was using wobbled and fell. Baekho rushed to her side, shielding her from the collapsing ladder and taking the brunt of the impact himself. He winced in pain as Mi-kyung cried out his name in alarm. What will happen to them next?